let's just get some thoughts on what 2021 might look like. Matthias, what do you think the new year is going to appear as?
So I think, first of all, unfortunately, in the new year, the pandemic will continue the first weeks, first months until the vaccine has been found. So that means we have still the trend that people stay at home. So for our industry, means a lot of people cook, renovate their kitchen, and renovate their products. That means for us, we see a strong increase in the first half of 21 because we had a lockdown in the first quarter this year in China, in the second quarter in Europe. This will compensate it in the first half. For the second half, I'm slightly optimistic, but it's too early to predict the full year. But for the first half, I do predict a continuation of a strong sale.
Thank you. Sergio, what does 2021 look like in Brazil?
Well, the country has been through I would say ups and downs, but this has been mostly downs over the past few years. So there's a lot of challenges here macroeconomically. We've talked about the change in behavior beyond online. I think there has been solidifying the online relationships also. So people are relating online. That means they will be more open to relating to brands online, of course, to shopping online. But how do we can understand that changing behavior in relationship and be part of that without being intrusive? I think that's a key thing. The company here is very optimistic about 2020, not generally the whole country, because I've thought about concentration in a few big companies. So we're optimistic here in our company about the next year. Not necessarily the whole country situation is so optimistic.
Thank you. John, we've already had your technological predictions. Just a quick snapshot of the highlights for the year ahead.
Well, I mean, look, I think COVID has accelerated, I would argue, trends that were already at our doorstep. So people working from home, studying from home, entertaining themselves from home. These were all things that people were doing before. I think they're permanently set into motion. The notion of where people work is permanently changed. How education gets delivered around the world, I think, is permanently on a different trajectory. So we're bullish about the PC category and what that means for long-term usage in our neck of the woods. For sure, more, it's probably changed the trajectory on omni-channel and e-commerce around the world. I think the good news in all of that is, yeah, you got to be smart about it, but the things that you're investing in today to either survive or thrive in this moment in time are probably things that are going to benefit you on a long-term basis.
Thank you. And Lucas, final thought from you.
So for me, it's kind of a two-sided world. For the AR, VR technology, it's going to be a vacuum. It's going to continue to explode. It's been on a huge growth this year. It's going to keep on being on a huge growth, and everything about the trends that everyone's talked about here is true. We do see, though, that we are probably going to face economic downturns, that people will have to prioritize their cash, that there will be an economic crisis with us. There's a stimulus coming, but so available income will be challenged, investment will be challenged. So it will be a lot about efficiency. It will be a lot about cost and efficiency, about making the right choices. Back to my point, where to invest, where do you not invest, and everything. So we do expect second part of the year to be, or at least I would say that's my judgment right now from everything we've discussed, is second part of the year next year might be challenging because we'll probably face an economic downturn when we have a vaccine and the economy will have to restart.